Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Tracy Gohrick Light, Hope and Healing. I'm a healing coach, energy healer, and spiritual mentor. So glad you're here. So today's topic is, I wrote it down, to change, you have to decide. So to make change, to heal, feel better, whatever it is in your life, you have to decide. I get this question all the time. So how do I stop having anxiety? How do I stop being upset at my mother-in-law? How do I stop being upset at my friend? How do I stop being upset about something that happened to me? Here's the thing, there's no magic pill to it. It's literally, if you want a different life and you want to not be carrying the burdens and you want to stop carrying anger, you want to stop carrying the traumas, it's deciding to not do it anymore. And I know that sounds easier said than done, and it is easier said than done, but it is a simple deciding. What happens is, if you continue down the path where things are stressful, or you keep letting the traumas affect you, it starts to affect you physically, and that's where our pain and illness comes from. For the most part, like I said, 100% of my clients, myself, and my family, I have been able to tie everything that's happened to not a trauma, but it's a mental. Like if you have anger, it goes to your liver, right? If you're having trouble with your eyes, there's something you don't want to see. Now there's more to it, and it's in the books, and we research it, and I work with you to go in deeper and find out what it is. But it is tied to mental. They say it's not 100%, but with what I've dealt with, it has been 100%. So the thing is, you want to get better. You have to decide to let things go. Now, there's things you can do, like I tell you at the end. Look for the good in everything. Do things that you love. Do self-care. Do things for yourself every day. Write the gratitude. Those are going to help you start to see things differently. There are things you can do to do it. But the bottom line, it comes down to deciding, okay, I'm not going to get angry anymore at this. Deciding I'm not going to hold this against my mother-in-law. Deciding I'm not going to hold this against my father. Whatever it is in your life, it's just deciding not to. Because again, if you don't decide that, it's going to keep festering inside of you and cause you pain and illness. If it isn't already, and if it is already, you have to decide to not do it anymore, because that's part of the healing process, is letting those things go. Okay? So what I do is, it starts with catching yourself when you're getting upset or angry at something, or if that trauma is coming forward, or if the stress or the anxiety is coming up. It's like sitting back and going, okay, I can see this now. What's the deal? And then you either need to look and work on it, say, what is it? Journal, start writing. If you're having anxiety and you don't know where it's coming from, just start writing. And eventually you'll write enough out to clear the space that it can come forward for you and what it is. The most important thing, though, is understanding and catching yourself and stopping it, because it's not like it's going to disappear. But when you start catching it, and you can start stopping yourself from lingering in it for hours, weeks, and days and weeks, that will be when you start to heal, because it's catching it. I'm to the point now where I can catch it and I can get rid of it pretty quickly. I just go, okay, we're not going to do this today. We're not going to go on this route today, right? It's really important, because us as humans are very powerful. And there's been so many other things put in our way to interfere with our power, right? This is part of the process to break free from that. I did a podcast, and I will link that in the description. I'm not sure if the podcast will be out before this video or not, but it will get in the description. If not, check out my podcast that talks about things that are interfering and why they're interfering. But that's one thing we are overcoming, is the interference that we have had as humans, because we're powerful and we're meant to do big things. We're meant to create, right? The deal is we're creating our life right now. The problem is we're creating our life with the traumas. We're creating our life with the programs we've had. We're creating our life with this interference. And so in order to overcome it, we have to just decide. Because here's the thing, and this is how I've worked through it, because at times I'll be like, yeah, we'll live in the now, right? That's what they mean, live in the now. What's present with you now? When you have that anxiety come up, like, where's that coming from, right? It's not from this moment. So you need to live in the now. And I used to be like, well, what do you mean? But if I don't stress about this, it's going to happen to me. That's not the case, is it? We're stressing, we're having anxiety, which then in turn causes pain and illness because it goes to our physical body the longer it goes, right? It's a trauma response to have that because we want to protect ourselves. But we're not really protecting ourselves. We're worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, and it may not happen. And so in the meantime, we're causing ourselves harm. And so we need to stop it, live in the now with what's going on. The fight or flight, which is what that is, like worrying about the future and what's happening, is something that was, I guess, good for us at one time when we were in a different time period and like a bear or an animal was going to come attack us, so we needed to be ready to go. But we don't have that anymore. But our biology is using it now to protect us. It's our ego protecting us from something that we perceive that's going to happen that most likely was a trauma from the past, so we're thinking it's going to happen again in the future. So any stress, anger, worry, fear, it's coming from the past or the future. It's not in the now, and that's why being in the now is so important. And when you can be in the now, then you can start to not manifest the future you don't want. You'll be manifesting the future you do. And that's where the decision comes in. You have to decide to not do that anymore. You have to decide to catch yourself and not live in the fear, not live in the anxiety, and not live in the trauma. And it takes practice to do it. What I noticed with myself, there's been points in my life where it got so bad and I felt so horrible with the stress and anxiety that I had nothing else I could do but let it go, or I was going to be miserable. And when you get to that point, it's a breaking point. And maybe that's what you need to get there to understand, but in the meantime, you're hurting yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. Whereas if you can start catching yourself now and just live in the moment, okay? I hope that helped you. I hope that it made sense with what I was trying to say, because this is something that I've worked on my whole life since I had huge anxiety when I was 20. It's something I've worked on my whole life. When I was 20, I went to the doctor because I was having all these issues. I thought I was going to die. And they were like, there's nothing wrong. It's all stress. And I'm like, well, okay then. We're good. And from then on now, I work hard to keep myself out of that stress and anxiety. I'm not perfect. Nobody human is. But once you start to notice, once you start to catch yourself, you can pull yourself out of that. And in turn, you heal your whole body, emotional, mental, and physical, just from working on that. All right? So it's just deciding to make that decision. I hope this video helped you. I hope if you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you feel like you need more accountability, because these videos are great to help you, but we get moving on with life. This is what's happened to me in the past. And you watch something like, oh, this is really good, I'm going to apply it in my life. And you get down the road a little bit, and you forget about it, and you kind of fall back into your old patterns. I have a membership group that gives you the accountability. We meet twice a month. We have topics and questions and answer sessions. On Mondays, I do a message for the group. On Wednesdays, I send healing to the group. You post what you want healing sent to, and I send it to you. So if you feel like you want more accountability, we have the group. There's other members in there. You can all help each other out, and I'm in there with you, helping you. So we'd love to have you in there. All the links to work with me are in the description below and ways to contact me. So if you have any questions, let me know. So let's get ready for the healing meditation. If you're driving or using heavy equipment, stop the video now and come back when you are done driving or using the heavy equipment. This healing meditation can put you a little bit out of sorts, and so to be safe, it's best to stop the video now. So if you're ready and you're not driving or using heavy equipment, we will do the healing meditation. So close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it, and exhale. Now I want you to imagine the violet flame below your feet coming up and around and through your whole body. It's cleansing, clearing, and purifying everything. Any negative thoughts that come up, put them in the violet flame. Any anger, frustration, stress, anxiety, just put it in the violet flame. And then anything you feel that may have come from others, any arguments you've had, any traffic incidents, just put that in the violet flame. And then finally, anything in the universe, in the consciousness that you feel like you've picked up on. Any fear, stress, anxiety that may not be yours, but it's the consciousness, because we all can feel it. Put that in the violet flame. We're going to take another deep breath in, hold it, and then exhale everything that's no longer serving you into the violet flame. And one last deep breath in, hold it, and this time on the exhale, relax your whole body. I want you to imagine the gold light coming down from God's source to the top of your energy. It's going to split apart there and go all the way around to below your feet and then connects back. So you're in this bubble of gold light of protection from God's source, whatever it is your belief is. Again, I want you to imagine gold light coming down from God's source. This time it's going down into the top of your head. It's going to go down to your heart. You're going to open up your heart and you're going to send gold light to those people that have harmed you. And remember, this is to heal the situation for you, not that you need to be around them, hang around them, talk to them. It's to heal the situation. Because you need to do this for yourself, not them. So send the gold light now, though, to those that have harmed you. All right, I want you to add now sending gold light to those you may have harmed. It's again to heal a situation for you because it affects you if you've harmed somebody. Most of us have in one way or another. So if you can't think of anybody, send it with the intention that it goes to those you have harmed. So go ahead and add sending gold light to those you have harmed now. All right, now I want you to add sending gold light to all your family. You want to help them, so just send gold light to your family. Now I want you to add sending gold light to everyone in your city. Now add sending gold light to everyone in your state. Now add sending gold light to everyone in your country. And now add sending gold light to everyone around the world. All right, when you feel that's done, bring the gold light back into your heart. Leave your heart open because we tend to close it down when we have had trauma. Leave it open. The gold light's going to go down your spine the rest of the way, gets to your hips and splits there, goes down both legs, out the bottom of your feet, wraps around the crystals in the middle of Mother Earth, comes back up your feet, up your legs, connects back at your spine at your hips, all the way up your spine, out the top of your head, up to God's source, whatever your belief is, and then back down into the top of your head. So now you're getting healing energy from God's source, earth, the crystals, and I'll send healing that comes through me to you. So sit back and relax, and I'll send it now. All right, I want you to take a deep breath in, hold it, and then exhale anything that came up in the healing for you into that violet flame that's around you. We're going to take that violet flame, send it back up to source to transmute it. Go ahead and open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and your toes. That's what I have for today. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Now go do something you love. Do at least one thing every day that you love. Whether it's sing, dance, run around the yard, just do something you love. And then do at least one thing of self-care every day. Drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate, whatever it is that's for you, that's a self-care. Do it, at least one. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good everywhere. And when you see something in someone, say it to them. Lift you up and lift them up. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for every day. Do these things, and I promise you, you will start to see a difference in your life and your health and how you feel. So have a great day. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.